day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet. And before any of you complain about, what is this? It's Friday. Where's Darkest Dungeon? Well, Darkest Dungeon decided not to use my microphone. So, the recording is there. It just doesn't have any voiceover. So, needless to say, I was a little annoyed to find that. And because it's too late to do another Darkest Dungeon at this point, I decided to do this as a quick little panic thing because I've been addicted to this game lately. And screw it all, I'm allowed to record whatever the hell I want. So, what is this game? Well, this is a simple game where we play as our little magician here. Now, what's the goal of our little magician? Get to the bottom of this mountain. Trust me, it's harder than it sounds. We are given our utilities are these wands, which shoot out special spells and abilities. For example, this one here is a bomb. And we have lots of little enemies here, which we can kill. Now, this is a very pixelated, heavy game, and for good reason, because each of these individual little pixels has its own physics. Some of it's flammable, some of it's not. Oh goody, we have ourselves another wand here. A very powerful one. Sometimes you just need a machine gun to get your point across, you know? Now, because we're a mage, we have flight. So we can hover and fly. But our flight and hovering is limited from the little orange bar on the left. Right. I'm on the left. Oh, but that there, and as you could tell from that explosion, it's very nice because the environment actually interacts with itself. You might also see these little things above my head, such as this water droplet. Well, that means we're wet. There are many different liquids you can bathe yourself in within this game, such as acid, or toxic sludge, or lava. Such as this thing is made of acid. We also have these very special potions over here, which do stuff themselves as well. And I am getting very low on health right now, meaning I probably want to work on getting down to the bottom now, which is kind of annoying because I normally have a lot more resources than this when I finally get to the bottom. But beggars can't always be choosers. So we are working on... So, there are many cool little features you can find within this game, involving these wands and whatnot. Such as, for example, the fact they're customizable. Also, I didn't know if that thing bathed in water, it died. I mean, it's a bloody fire demon, it makes 100% sense, but... And this here is our objective. The portal to the next layer down below. Now, and here you will find something to restore our health to full and increase it, as well as restore the charges we have in our wands, which you can't see because my face is in the way because of interactions. Just note, we only get 3 bombs. So right now we have the ability to buy another wand. Now, buying your wands is a very important endeavor. You must be sure to look at their statistics. What is their cast delay? What's their recharge delay? What is their cast point and stuff like that? Maybe the wand just has a spell on it that you want to use. Because here's another fun thing about this game. We can actually take out spells and swap them around. What do we have then? Ooh. We also get a perk at the end of each level, but I am going for crit, because crit damage is... Die, lava flies! Because in this damage, crits aren't double damage, like they are in most games. No. Crits in this game are quintuple pentuple damage. Don't ask me why. Ow! You know the saying that that gaming becomes worse the moment you turn on the camera? I'm feeling that right now, after having played this for, like, ages. For, like, the last 2 hours before attempting to record, before editing, to then discover that I can't edit the video, and then I'm just here saying, oh dear God, everything's going horribly wrong. Now, everything here has its own physics, as I said before, such as this here is gunpowder. So, if we somehow get it on fire, such as pouring lava on it from a particular little thing whose blood is lava, then it will explode and pop. But then you've got wood, which will also set aflame. Now, I am almost dead. Which means I really need to figure out a way to get down. And here we go. This is down. Very disappointing, though. We still only have 3 wands. Normally, I try to get 4 wands before I even enter the first section. Well, now we are running the hell away because we have 5 HP. Which means we need to go bathe in the water, the water, not even the healing water, just the water of the pool. Okay. Magnificent. We're getting by. This is a game of multiple attempts of just trying to get by. So, why am I, like, cursing all the time? Is that because of the crit chance? Ooh. Now that's a fun wand, because right here it has damage plus. So every spell cast through that does increased damage. I wish I could have played this game when I first started this game for everyone, but Jeeves told me about it, I started it, and I've been addicted to it ever since. As annoying and evil as it might be. Right then. That new wand we just received is now going to be our primary damage wand, because, damn, that's a nice wand. So is fire immunity, actually. It means we can now go bathe in the fires of our enemies and not have a care in the world. So, wow, that did a lot of damage. So having a nice rapid-fire spell with increased damage is very, very nice, as one can tell. Now this one has double spell casts, meaning it's going to cast the first 2 spells available to it in its list. Now, do we want to try and go round to get that other wand? And you can see the wands because they glow like that. Assuming they're still on their pedestal, which we will come to. Why I say that momentarily, I'm sure. Ah! It's one of those things. Screw those things. Do I care about this wand? I do not. Go away, robot! Down we go, killing all the crap. Who knows what we'll find? So part of this game is economy. You have to balance the fact of how much you can move in a dungeon, as well as the fact of, well, how long can you survive on that dungeon, or floor, I should say. There are different enemies to each floor. Now, where's that sniper? God, I hate the sniper. And yes, this is a game where I can bathe in the blood of my enemies. Glorious bathing. You will die. Give me your blood. Oh, and you know the best part about it? We can also drink the blood. Nom 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 nom. Ah, delicious. The blood of my enemies. Ha 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 ha. So sweet, so smooth the taste. Oh god, I recognize these shapes. Oh Jesus, not one of those. Oh god, that's a lightning elemental. I might be able to take the lightning elemental, actually. I mean, I'm on full health. I'm on full health with this lightning elemental, plus of the fact of... Well, I'm almost full health. I'm missing one now, but... Oh, I did kill it. Well, isn't that nice? So, we're still working towards getting down to the bottom. And at the bottom is probably going to be some holes in the floor, looking at it. Because there's been a worm around here. Oh yes, and sometimes some of the portals can be bathed in liquids for some unknown reason. Another fun thing is that because the entire thing is physics-based, the entire game, everything is breakable by something or other. Eventually. Potentially. Do I want this wand? I don't think I do. The effects on it are not that good. Stop freezing around me! I've had that kill me before! What the hell is this? Bounce. Projectile... causes projectiles to bounce on impact. I mean, that sounds pretty cool at the very least. So sure... Oh, look! A treasure chest! I think I got scammed. Now, I'm still full health, so I can't help but feel that going through the portal at this point isn't just a complete, utter waste. Meaning, we must kill everything in sight. We must work forward and murder. Because every murder gives us money. Money which we then can spend on new wands, or new spells, or just generally stuff to make me ow. Make them ow, I mean. Not me. I'm not the one who should be owing. They're the one that should be owing. I goddamn hate these snipers. I must say, this wand with extra damage is possibly one of the better ones I've ever received. Because just having plus 10 extra damage is just exceedingly nice. You know? Once again, I do apologize for there not being a Darkest Dungeon today. But I can't exactly help it if for some reason my software decides it doesn't want to use my microphone. In fact, I feel like good. My microphone was not turned off this entire time. Thank you. Why, I have not just received one of the worst things imaginable. So, yeah. This game is in early access, which it's kind of fun when you think about it, because it means they're planning to add a lot more stuff. When there's already so much in the game as it's is already. You know what? I'm at 50 health. I think that's a good time for us to now move on. Critical on enemies in water. Well, if we can then get a... There are so many spell modifiers and whatnot in this game that it really gives you a lot of customization on what you can possibly use in order to gain stuff. So now we're on to the 4th floor. The floor I hate. Because now is when stuff starts getting evil. Ooh, this one's got Unstable Crystal. Unstable Crystal's a brilliant spell. And we have just found the best perk in the game. Edit wands everywhere. Now you may question why that's the best perk in the game. And the answer is very, very simple. Because you can find wands in the wild. And any wand you find in the wild just has that ability. Now, we want to keep our wand which does damage. Right? Yes. We also kinda want this thing that causes it to cause crit on wet enemies. Then, we also want to buy... We want to take all the spells out of this wand and put them in our spell storage book. A lovely book of spell storage where we can place our unneeded spells. Now, the best part. Testing. The problem is this particular wand has basically no mana regen, which is technically a very useful thing. So while yes, it does have the increased damage, it doesn't really have much more than that. But each spell we cast is cast 3 times in a spread, causes water, and with that, it'll crit on wet enemies, which they will be because we're casting water on them. Death Cross is not a spell I'm a fan of, honestly. I've never actually had it actually be that useful. But look at all this water we generate. Oh, it makes one proud to be alive. Whoa! So, we can basically guarantee a crit on anything now. Because they're going to be wet from the spell. Which is very useful. See? Crit. Now, we can rapid fire it. Or we could aim. Which would then allow us to actually guarantee hitting. Oh, isn't this nice? Problem is there's water everywhere, so we need to make sure we can drink some of it. And to breathe. We must remember to breathe. So because we guarantee critting anything that's wet, it kind of makes our first perk, you know, kinda crap. We should also remember we're likely always going to be wet. So grabbing perks that require us not to be wet are kinda crap. Also, fire immunity is kind of hilarious now, because I basically am fire immune because of the fact I'm always wet. Now, not everything is destructible. For example, steel is annoyingly very unbreakable. Luckily, however, not everything is made of steel. So we can blast ourselves a new way. Figuring out a way to go is part of the challenge, because this place is a maze. So I love how my wand is basically guaranteeing hitting anything and everything for about 60 damage. Because crit damage is times by, I believe, 5 rather than 2, like in any sensible game. Not that I'm complaining, just stating a fact. Or maybe it's 200. It kind of depends on the enemy. I have never felt so powerful in a run of this game before. I am very happy with this current circumstance. I think I got extremely lucky with this wand, and then the modifiers for said wand. Because, Christ alive, we are going places. Now, the only thing we really need to do is find more health. Because you can find health ups. But obviously, other wands can also be useful. Because there's always utility spells. So, because of that, we are going to come over here and realise our wand is out of mana. And that we really need to let it recharge a little. So we need to stop going around all over the place. And what the hell is that? Spark bolt with double trigger, fireball thrower. I don't think I need any of those. We're just gonna wait here for a while and wait for our wand to recharge. It gives me a chance to talk. Noita is a fun game. I've only had it for literally 2 days, and I've been playing the hell out of it. So, if you guys perhaps want to see a series on this game, please let me know in the comments down below. And once again, I do apologise for the Darkest Dungeon not being here today. I need to get a better setup so I can tell when my microphone isn't currently equipped. Either that or learn to check, which I don't think I should need to do because of the fact I should expect it to be working. You know? Now, I know I'm powerful because of the fact I one-shot those bastards. These gun turrets are my worst thing in the game. Oh hell, oh hell, oh hell, oh hell. No matter. We simply start again, and we mourn the loss of the most powerful wand I have ever gotten in this game. Ultimate destruction, you will be missed. But no matter, we can find a new wand. A better wand. Maybe. We will find a new wand, at least. Better is a matter of opinion. And that opinion is likely it's not better. This one's better than our current wand, at least. So it's a nice upgrade. And having a nice rapid... I tend to like rapid-fire weapons. I've learnt in this game. Oh, there's a wand. Something tells me that something got their hands on it. Because, yes, in this game, we are not the only ones capable of using wands. No, the enemies are too. That's why you must always be careful. You never know what kind of threat is going to appear itself. It could be something containing your very own weaponry. And here we have a wand. What does this wand do? It has double cast on it. Double cast is probably a very useful spell. And that thing just unleashed a wave of acid for me taking that. Acid is a very nasty effect, as you can probably tell from the now utterly destroyed terrain. Never underestimate the effects your actions can have on the terrain, because you never know what will happen if you destroy too much of the terrain. Now, currently, we are bathed in blood and oil. Oil makes it more likely so that you set a fire, which makes sense, it's oil. You can use a bit of logic within these circumstances. I'm trapped. Okay. Glorious. So, now... Ow, 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 ow. What do you have? Nothing I care about. Now, this green stuff is toxic. It will hurt you. As it is right now. I have very little health. But I do have 4 wands. Meaning, it's probably viable that I can just leave now. You know, a problem I've noticed with me in YouTube is I tend to sacrifice entertainment for optimization. So you know what, guys? Let me know. What do you care more about seeing on this channel? Entertaining things, or optimized things? Although that's assuming people watch this one-off video. Although it might not be one-off, you guys can decide whether you like this series and whether you want to see more of it. What do we get? Trick Greed, Stainless Armor, and a permanent shield. I'm sorry, but a permanent shield is just obviously what you're going to pick, isn't it? Our rapid fire wand got more rapid fire. Although theoretically, because of the fact it's got more of a cast delay than a recharge delay, unless we're adding more effects to it, we should just have the singular spell on it, because that can then be spammed. Now you might see this shuffle ability there. That means that when it shuffles, it'll pick any random spell along here, and cast them in a random order when you use the spell. So obviously, if you want to truly combo something, you need a shuffle no ability. But there's nothing stopping you from getting all the shuffle in the world. By the way, this spell, this wand, which we just received, is going to be our utility wand. Because it gives off something that is very, very useful. The black hole spell. And yes, you literally create a black hole. That wand is hope. I miss ultimate power. I can't believe I blew myself up. But honestly, you can often find you die in the stupidest of ways in this game, in similar situations just like that one. But then again, that particular one can also just be remade, because all the components to that wand are in the game. So if you get lucky and just find the components again, you're fine. You have the wand again. It's just a matter of finding those components. I don't know why the screen shakes the way it does occasionally. I just swear something's happening in this mountain that's going to end up screwing me over. But I just don't know what that particular thing is. Now, a fun tip for anyone who wishes to play this game that I've learned is that, first off, learn to aim your spells. Second, as the green toxic stuff seems to be neutralized, it just gets neutralized by water. Gee, sometimes you can really just go straight down, can't you? Ow! Did that thing just release a vat of acid? Well, doesn't that look friendly and fun? It burning away through the entire thing here. Now, we still have health, meaning we can still keep going. And kill more lava flies. I can't help but think that thing just acided itself. I am currently very hearty. I am charmed, am I? I am a very charming man. We already know that. I mean, look at all the people that watch. We already know I'm magnificently charming. It comes from being British. You don't need a potion to tell me that. Now, there's a singular wand up here. What could it be? It contains fireballs. Well, we can grab it just so that we have the fireball spells. Although, I admit, I tend to not use limited use spells unless it's... whatchamacallit? Utility. More health. Oh, and now we have some spell modifiers. Gravity, chunk of soil, chaotic path, recoil, critical on enemies, like we had before. We're one step closer to ultimate power. And here we have edit ones everywhere. God, I love that ability. By the way, everyone, if you want to see the failed recording of Darkest Dungeon, let me know, and I'll... Shut up! Well, everyone, I think this is a good place to stop here, after that catastrophe. So, everyone, what can I say other than, again, I apologize. If you wish to see the voiceless episode of Darkest Dungeon, I will include it in the episode next week. Just let me know. So, everyone, I'm afraid that, until next time... Also, let me know if you want to see this game as a series. It would be quite fun, although I'd have to think about how I'd do it. So, yeah. Once again, thank you all for watching. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.